You feel like you are failing. You look at your phone and see people your age with the house, the car, the perfect life, while you are tired, lonely, and you feel behind. I have looked at the data and I have helped men get out of this exact hole. The truth is, you aren't failing, you aren't lazy, you are just playing a game that was rigged 20 years ago. In today's video, we will be doing something different. It won't be as much as advice, but I will be challenging your world views. Let's look at the numbers first. The average millionaire is 40. The average age a person pays off their car is 28. Most people give their first payment of house at 35. So if you can pay your bills and save a little bit of money, you are doing okay. You have time. But stop comparing yourself to a life that doesn't exist anymore. That's ridiculous by today's standards. Why you feel exhausted. Your priorities are what's making you burn out, because it's based on external validation and based on data from 20 years ago, when more than half the stuff we consider essential nowadays wasn't even sold. People didn't have as much to spend on, and money was worth more. Like life has better standards now, like therapy, physical exercise, healthy diets. I had depression for 16 years, and I remember that very well. I remember no one knowing what I had. But you end up chasing after this goal that's so detached from reality until you burn out. And if you have big goals, working more isn't gonna get you there. You need to do this in a different way. I love helping people bring their ideas to reality. If you have big ideas, comment down below and let's figure out a way to make it true. But if you spend all your energy chasing money to look successful, then you have nothing left for your mental health. That's why sleep doesn't help you. You are tired of performing to people who don't care about you, so you are just left with nothing. Your value isn't defined by your achievements, but by your choices. What is most important? Do you know why we are so obsessed with monetary achievements? It's because we fear we might not be enough for others. We fear what might happen if we don't have anything. We fear being judged by our assets. But love begins in fear. Being there for someone in face of problems, going through all of that together, the very same problems you are going through alone, that's the purpose of relationships. And my question to you is, if you have achieved everything by your own hand, then why would you respect anyone? If you never allow yourself to feel vulnerable. The thing you avoid the most is what makes up relationships. And if you show up with everything already solved and a fat wallet, people won't see you. They will only see your money. And this isn't idealism, it's logic. Statistically, you will live until 80. You can work and earn later, and you will still be within the average as I showed you. But you won't be able to learn how to be social and have relationships later in life. That takes years to learn. And if you want a good life, that precedes everything. Socially, emotionally, and financially, because this society rewards sociability above all. So what's most important right now isn't what you think. And my final point is the priority is always you. You will live some part of your life with someone else, but you will live every single day with yourself until the end. So is it okay for you to work so hard for the approval of others without regarding your own well-being? What do you think you are teaching to others around you? That it is okay to drag you ragged because you do that with yourself? Why is buying a nice car better than going to therapy, for example? Why is pleasing others more important than learn to live with yourself? And this isn't a possibility. With AI evolving more and more and taking over more jobs, what do you think will happen when you end up staying home without any coping mechanisms or distractions? So this isn't just an opinion, it's also my prediction. Mental health will be essential as society evolves. And if your life is working out for you, it's fine. These are just my opinions. You don't have to change anything. If your life is not well, then take some time to question all of this. Know that slaving away just to please somebody else isn't your only option in life. And you aren't any less for not playing this game. But it is much harder to fix lonely and miserable life at 50 than it is at 25. So if you are 50 and struggling, we need to address this now. If your life isn't working, pause it all for a moment. Take a step back now so you don't crash later. If you need a partner to help you build real systems against depression, I offer one-on-one coaching, link in the description. I just ask you to take some time thinking about this and don't see burning out as something natural, because I don't agree with men living only for work and other people's approvals like dogs. That's something that has to change too, because it's already unsustainable for most men. And if you are worrying about not achieving the same results if you change your ways, don't. That's what the next video will be about. I will show you a better system than motivation, so you break out of this April slump where you aren't meeting your New Year's goals. You aren't failing, you aren't lazy, you just don't have a good system. So subscribe and I will see you next week. There's always a way. And if you still aren't convinced that your priorities, it's what burning you out, then watch this video next.